Hey guys, I just wanted to offer y'all some help on skill builder number 2. I'm going to start off on the integer section. So it's the same thing as last night. The rules are over on the right. I'm going to model the problem. I'm going to model the fifth one again. So it says that 1 times negative 2. The rule over on the right, it is the second rule. It tells you that a negative and a positive will give you a certain answer, and it tells you that your answer will be negative. So I know that positive times a negative gives me a negative, so I have a negative, and then 1 times 2 is 2. So your answer is negative 2. So moving on from our integer section, I'm going to go to the powers of 10 section, because I think we did a lot of work today in class on exponents. So our powers of 10s, the one I'm going to choose to do is the fourth one. It says 5.6 times 100. So because the 100 has more digits, it has to go on top. So 100 times 5.6. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 1 is 6. Now I'm skipping a place value, so I have to put a 0, and now 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 1 is 5. When I add it up, 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, 6 plus nothing is 6, and 5, bring it down. Now because I had one decimal place in the problem, I also need to have one decimal place in my answer. So that brings my answer to 560. So if you look at the pattern when you multiply by anything with a 0, I started off with 5.6 and I ended up with 560. So when I multiplied by that 100, it caused my decimal to move 2 places to the right. And then I would have filled that empty space with the 0. So when you multiply by a power of 10, count your zeros. So once you've counted your zeros, move your decimal to the right that many places. So because I had 2 zeros in 100, I could have moved my decimal 1, 2 to the right, and I would have gotten my 560 automatically. So we're going to move on from our powers of 10. We are going to go to the percent section. So percents are something we're going to be working a lot with this year and in this unit. So the word percent means per 100. Because if you think about how many cents are in a dollar, there are actually 100 cents in a dollar. So percent means per 100. So if I'm looking for 20% of 10, 20% means 20 per 100. So 20 per 100. And I want to know, how much is that out of 10? So I'm setting up a proportion, and it looks pretty scary, but it's not. So I have to figure out, how did I get from 100 to 10? So when I think about it, I divided by 10. Because if I work backwards, 10 times 10 is 100. So I have to do the same thing on top. 20 divided by 10 gives me 2. So I know that 20% of 10 is going to be 2. So the answer to the first one is 2. So if you'll notice, there was a pattern again. Because it was a 10, I moved my decimal once, and then I multiplied by 2. Because it was no longer 10%, it was 20%. So the last one I'm going to do is going to be in the expressions section. We are going to do the last problem, and that problem states that 5 minus m times h close parentheses, divided by h. It tells us over on the left that m is 2 and h is 1. So I need to go and plug that in. My 5 doesn't change. My m is 2. My h is 1. And I need to plug my last one in. So I've got to think about PEMDAS. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, and addition and subtraction. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to work. Inside my parentheses, I have multiplication first. So 2 times 1 is 2. And then my h was a 1. So 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 divided by 1 is 3. I hope this helps on the homework, and if you have any questions, leave a comment on the blog or come see me in the morning before school so I can get you a lunch pass. Bye!